So this, I might be the only one that's like this, but I've been in denial a lot of my life, okay? Came from just childhood trauma that I had to be in denial about. Then I grew up. Then I put myself in abusive relationships. I was in denial about that. I became addicted to drugs. I was in denial about that. So just like this theme of being in denial, okay? So Jesus Christ broke my chains from drug addiction. He broke my chains from abusive relationships. And I have been delivered. It's been a process of deliverance the past 9 months. Actually, I mean, even before that, I was still, even when I was in chains, my process has been continuing since the day I was born. But anyways, so I go through these periods of time where I feel like they're very dry seasons, like wilderness seasons. And because I'm not covered in goosebumps and I'm not feeling the presence of the Lord super, super strong, and I'm not like ignited with joy, I get angry. I feel like my emotions are very like just up and down. And that's probably for like a plethora of reasons. But for whatever the case may be, my emotions are up and down. So on the days where I'm feeling just tired, discouraged, impatient, I'm like, I need to be patient. Like I try to like force myself to be patient. When I don't feel that joy, when I don't feel that peace, when I don't feel, just whatever I think I'm supposed to feel, I try to force myself to produce these feelings. They're also fruits of the Spirit. So it doesn't work like that. We can't force ourselves ever to produce fruits of the Spirit. We can't. This is where I get caught up is, so we have free will, okay? With my free will, I am choosing to every single day be obedient to God. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. Do I fall short? Every single day. But with what with the control that I do have over myself, I'm choosing to be obedient to God. I am choosing to trust Him and to have faith, not just talk about it and say it, but actually put action behind my words and show that I have faith by stepping out and doing what God is asking me to do, regardless of how it looks to anybody around me, okay? So I've been hearing this more and more. It's like, don't give God something that doesn't cost you anything. And that just rings so true. Like those are facts, big facts. This is something that occurred to me is like, I can't force myself to produce fruits of the Spirit whenever I want to. This is a process. I was in 2 Corinthians 12 this morning, and I was reading about Paul. He was talking about the thorn in his flesh. He asked God to take it away from him multiple times, and He wouldn't. What did God say? He said, my strength is made perfect in your weakness. So then I started thinking about the thorn, the crown of thorns that was placed on Jesus's head. I started thinking about, could there be a correlation between the crown of thorns and the thorn in Paul's flesh? And then I started researching actual thorns and on rose bushes and their purpose. And the purpose of the thorns is to protect the beautiful roses because they're so beautiful and they smell so good. Predators come and try to eat them. So the purpose of the thorns is to protect the roses from being eaten. So I started thinking about that and I'm like, can we protect ourselves? Can we produce fruits of the Spirit by ourselves? We can't. We can't. The Holy Spirit is the only one that can supernaturally transform us and begin to produce the fruits of the Spirit. We yield to Him. We surrender to Him daily. We trust in His process. We trust in His process. Faith isn't, honestly, like personally for me, faith is a struggle. It's a struggle. It doesn't always feel good. Most of the time, majority of the time, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't. Like, it's really easy to point out the people in your life that you feel like are, you know, inferior to you in terms of their faith and, you know, their walk and stuff like that. But it's like, faith is believing something before you've seen it. That's what faith is. Faith stretches you. Faith causes you to have patience. You may feel super, 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 super impatient, but if you're still waiting, you're still having patience. You're still producing that fruit of the Spirit. The Holy Spirit is stretching you while you're having faith. Here's an example. So let's say that God tells you, I want you to quit your job. I want you to completely put all of your effort and energy into getting to know me. Okay? I want you to depend on me. I'm going to provide for you. Now, the Bible does say that we should work. Okay? I'm not saying that this is the case for everybody. I'm saying this is one example for a specific season that could happen in somebody's life. So for this season, God's asking you to quit your job, to get to know Him every single day, seek Him out, study, spend time in worship, prayer, you know, whatever that looks like, you know, however, whatever. And I just said whatever that looks like, and then I'm like, well, actually that is exactly what it looks like. It's not going to look any different than that. It'll look like reading the Word, spending time with Him, praying, worshiping, and so forth. So you're doing that for a season, and then things are coming up, right? So it's not just do that and then everything. It's like, no. So you still have your rent that's due. You still have your kids that need things. You still have birthdays and Christmas and different things that are coming up. And it's like, okay, God, like, it was all like fine and dandy at the beginning. I was like boasting and jumping up and down about, oh yeah, like, you know, this is what I'm doing. God told me to do this and I'm going to do it. So, and everybody's like, oh my gosh, like she has such, like, wow, look at her faith. But it's like month after month after month after month. And now it's like, God, you've provided every single month up until now. You provided not only shelter, rent, food, clothes, everything, but stability. My chains are steady broken, and I'm continuing to be delivered. But what about next month? Are you sure you're going to show up? Are you sure you're going to show up for Christmas? Are you sure? It's like, of course He is. Of course He is. But is it easy to have faith when you're in the waiting? Is it easy? No, it's not. Regardless of whether or not He's shown up in the past, regardless of, you know, what you feel like you should be feeling, or what people say that you should be feeling, what the right way to feel is, or to be is. Regardless of any of that, be straight up, be real, be honest, be raw with yourself. God already knows. So there's no point in faking the funk and trying to, put on a mask, because he sees through it. He sees through it. So we can do that with ourselves all day long. I could do that with myself all day long, but I'm just going to stay stuck. I'm blocking my mind and my spirit from receiving the revelation that the Holy Spirit is in control. And as soon as I let go completely, and when I'm going through these seasons of waiting, and when I'm going through these seasons of having to actually practice my faith, it doesn't look like me being like, okay, Felicia, like you better do good today. You better be patient. You better do this. You better do this. And then just try. And then secretly I'm worrying about, oh, well, what if he doesn't show up? And what if this? And what if this? And oh my God, and why am I not patient? And why am I not like producing the fruits of the Spirit? And why am I so angry? And oh my God, this isn't how I'm supposed to be. And no. I'm idolizing my feelings. I'm still worrying. I'm not in the right headspace. This is what it is. God is in control. It's not easy to have faith. I don't need, and this is the revelation that I got. I know this video is kind of scattered, but I don't need to sit here and pressure myself about whether or not I'm producing the fruits of the Spirit. I am a work in progress. When I let go and okay, this is what I got today, Lord. This is what I got today. Yes, I'm going to put my free will forth, and I'm going to be obedient, and I'm going to continue to pray when I don't feel like it, and I'm going to continue to worship when I don't feel like it, and I'm going to continue to read when I don't feel like it. But do I have to like beat myself up because I'm not jumping for joy? Do I have to beat myself up and like sit here and criticize myself and like judge myself for not looking or feeling the way that I think I'm supposed to? No. When I let go, God picks it up. He's like, I can't touch it if you're gripping it. I can't touch it if you're gripping it. How am I going to take it from you? I'm literally sitting here with my hand out trying to take it from you, and you're squeezing. I'm not going to rip it out of your hands. You got to let go. You got to let go. You got to give it to me. So I'm giving him all my imperfections, every single way that I fall short. And then, okay, so here's where it wraps back around. So the thorns on the crown, the thorns in our flesh, these are things that, we wish weren't there, but are. What do the thorns do for the roses? They protect the roses from predators. So can we protect ourselves? Absolutely not. Can the Holy Spirit? Yes. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. When we surrender all to the Holy Spirit, when I say, you know what, Holy Spirit, I might not feel like I'm in the place that, listen to me, I don't feel like I'm in the place that you want me. I'm not in the place that I'm supposed to be for you. God's like, what? What are you talking about? You're right where you need to be. You're right where you need to be. Angry, frustrated, impatient. You are right where you need to be, because in your weakness, I am strong. In your weakness, I am strong. In your weakness, I am strong. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. The thorns are there to protect the roses from predators. The Holy Spirit is there to protect us from predators. We cannot do it by ourselves. We can't produce fruits of the Spirit by ourselves. We can't have faith by ourselves. We can't do anything by ourselves. Only the Holy Spirit can. The Holy Spirit is more than able and capable of fighting off demons, of doing everything, of protecting us, of transforming us, of helping us, of comforting us. He's more than capable. We have to allow ourselves to be imperfect. We have to allow, which we already are. It's like, whether we allow ourselves or not, these are the facts. We are imperfect, but we have to allow ourselves to it's like, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't criticize yourself so much. Like, His strength is made perfect in our weakness. So anyways, I know this was kind of a scattered video, but these things just occurred to me, and I was just like, I gotta make a video about this. Like, this is good. Like, faith does not feel fun. Like, it literally stretches you. You feel impatient. You know what I mean? You feel vulnerable. You do feel nervous. When you're actually having faith, it's like, yes, you do. It's causing you to trust. I was thinking about this when I was on the walk with the dog, was like, faith is like a pie with trust, patience, obedience, and hope. That's the faith pie. It's like trust, patience, obedience, and hope. When you have faith, those things are just a part of it. They're just a part of it. But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't always feel like super good, and it feels scary, and it feels vulnerable, and all of that is normal. It's completely normal. So anyways, God bless you all. We got this. We should be boasting about our weaknesses so that our Father can get the glory. He gets all the glory.